Hello there. This is Hammer and Obvious.
Batman.
And we have our very first
Special guest.
special guest. This is a great day. It's a great day to be alive. This gal here is sitting in the middle. Can you introduce yourself?
What do you want to go by?
I want to go by
Twinkle Toes or Bowed Leg?
Bowed Leg.
Bowed Leg?
Bowed Leg.
This is Miss Bowed Leg.
What do you
And,
do, Miss Woodlake?
I am a therapist.
Ooh. Can you
A therapist of the mind.
Oh. Do you have like credentials behind your name or in front of your name? Or how do you guys do it in the mind world?
I'm an LCPC.
Can you help Hammer there?
Can you define?
I've tried to help Hammer.
Can you
It is
define-
actually impossible.
Can
to
you
help
define
Hammer.
LCPC? Yeah, you know me. Like the Insane
License-
Clown Posse.
Derek.
Oh, sorry.
Sorry.
Whose show is this?
This is Hammer. It's Hammer.
Licensed clinical professional counselor.
That is.
All right.
That means she doesn't mess around.
Yeah.
So we're gonna carry on with our
Knock it off.
first question here. Batman, man, I thought that was soft. That was kind of hard.
Yeah, still.
Yeah. Obviously.
All right. So, Mrs. Fatman and I were up at Chico Hot Springs. This place in Montana, great place. And we ran into this girl from Australia, from Bungarby, Australia. And she had a question that she wanted us to answer. So the question is, can a person who lacks empathy maintain a good relationship? And can they develop empathy as an adult?
Are we doing the timer? We haven't done videos in a while. We're doing the timer, right?
We're already 2 minutes into it, so just go on.
Well, this is a
Yeah, we got a
special
special guest, so we.
So like 5-minute timer?
Yeah, do 5 minutes. All right. So, anyway, so I've got some definite thoughts on this, but being I lack any kind of real knowledge or real
the mind.
real what's the word I'm looking for?
Expertise.
Expertise. That's it. Expertise
In mind
on
games?
this.
Expertise in mind games?
I don't appreciate
Expertise
you
in the
treat
psych-
me like a dumbass. All right.
What did you just say?
He swore.
It's your first curse word.
Anyway,
It's horrible.
so since I lack expertise, we thought we'd bring in an expert. So, can you answer that question for
Let's
us?
have her answer first, and we'll kind of
Was it Bowleg?
Miss Bowleg. Which leg is bowed, by the way?
The left. Okay. So I would say that the first one. Okay. The first question is, can you, as an adult, correct, or just learn empathy?
No, can people who lack empathy maintain a good relationship?
I would say that that's really difficult to do, to be able to, if you can't be empathetic and learn to walk in someone's shoes, which is really the meaning of it.
How do you learn that?
I think some of that's taught, right, by the way that we grow up. So what our parents teach us when you're a little kid and you fall off your bike and what your mom runs to you and says, "What? It's okay. I'm sorry that you're hurt." And so if that's modeled to us well, then I think we end up being empathetic people. But in adulthood, I would say that it is, as far as if you want to have a healthy relationship, you have to be empathetic, because you could never really be. You have to be able to understand your spouse or the
Without
person
being
in a relationship
empathetic?
with. Yeah, I think you have to be empathetic.
But if you haven't been in their shoes, how can you be empathetic?
Well, I think that's what love is, right? It's going.
Do you want to know what love is?
You're
I
gonna
want to
put-
know
I was
what
like,
love
I knew it was
is.
coming.
I want you to show me.
Now we're not going to be able to monetize this video. So, love. So, I think that if you haven't been in their shoes, how can you display empathy to them?
I think it's when you love someone or you care for someone, or even if you don't love them, even as
That would just be called sympathy.
not really.
We're getting deep here, folks.
Yeah, no, empathy is really walking in someone else's shoes, right? And so even though I haven't,
Oh, there goes the
even,
microphone.
even for all of us, like even with your guys' jobs in the ER as nurses, you are empathetic of people because you try to see, what would it feel like to be in their shoes. And so when you do that, I think you can treat them differently. Sympathy to me says, I feel sorry for you, which isn't really like, doesn't ever
So
get
it's-
anyone better.
So you don't think you can? I'm with you. I don't think that you can maintain a good relationship if you're not empathetic. It just isn't going to work. Well, and I don't think you can develop it as an adult. I think you either have it or you don't. You have it early on or you
Is
don't.
that the second part of the question? Can you develop it as an adult?
Yeah, you develop it empathy as an adult. So, what do you think? to develop it.
And you think you can't?
I don't think you can.
Okay, so I
We
would
want
say
your opinion, not his opinion.
I know.
Oh, since
So-
you're a specialist in the mind games.
So I would say that yes, you can develop empathy as an adult. And the reason I think that we all have some kind of restorative nature that sometimes people are really, we've talked about this a little bit, that some people are really bad and awful, and then for whatever reason they end up being good and better people. And so I think there's times where people can actually learn to be empathetic. Maybe they weren't modeled that as a kid, but then they have someone come beside them and they mentor them and they believe in them and they get better. Or they have, a big life view that something that happens, whether that's God or whatever that is, that changes them and restores them and makes them better.
I disagree with you.
Why is that, Fat Man?
Because of experience. I probably lived close to twice. No, I mean, not twice as long as you.
Probably, I'm at least 21.
At least.
But close to twice as long as you. And just experience tells me that it just does not generally
You
happen.
either have it or you don't.
I think you either have it or you don't. And one of my kids, my youngest child, was just a hellcat. I mean, she tortured us to death. But she was always an empathetic kid, always. Just, and she was a naughty kid, but she was always just very empathetic. And even the teacher said she had something different about her from very early on. That she was just more empathetic to the kids with autism and
So was the UPS man.
that was the UPS man. Anyway, it's kids with autism and stuff like that. She was just really kind to them, and she just had that ability. So, and it was nothing that we raised all of our kids the same. So
That's our 5 minutes, folks. Timer's done. Do we continue this conversation or sum it up?
Well, I think we can sum it up. We've pretty much said everything we need to say. So
I think that, the problem is we disagree on one thing. I'm kind of with Jen. I think that you can learn anything at any age. Empathy or riding your bike or whatever. Why you gonna laugh?
Because they're very...
They're very similar.
Because riding your bike and empathy aren't quite the same thing. But...
it makes me feel good that I'm smarter than both of these people put together. I'm pretty sure I am.
And of course, we know that we're
Definitely
right.
not better looking than me, that's for sure.
Yeah,
So-
I am better looking than you, right? Yeah.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Let's sum this up. So, all in all, we need to be more empathetic. Is that the right word?
Which Dennis doesn't think you can learn. But all
Yeah,
in all,
so
I
we're-
say,
so
I
Jen-
say and Derek say that love wins. And that when people aren't empathetic, you should come beside them and mentor them and teach them, which you've done, even with Derek.
That's right, you have.
And so you mentor
You're
them.
the best
and,
looking mentor in Montana.
and you watch them become better. So I think that people can learn empathy. Yes, people have a lot more than others, but I think you can certainly learn empathy and a great coach. And I think that love wins, and that's how you do it.
And in Dennis' eyes, the majority of you guys are screwed. So carry on with being screwed, and we'll carry on with being empathic.
Okay.
Alright?
All right.
Go ahead and visit us on our YouTube channel at
For our vlog,
as with a V.
VLOG, at Hammer and the Fat Man.
That's what it is. And
That's
then
what-
you can email us
on
questions
YouTube.
at hammerandthefatman@gmail.com. Thank you so much. Enjoy your
Bye.
day. Bye-bye now.